Hill Air Force Base was established in 1939. The base's primary function has always been to support flight operations by performing critical inspections and maintenance of tactical and support aircraft. To ensure readiness and military personnel safety, aircraft maintenance has always been a high priority. In that effort, and to remain efficient, the Air Force has implemented new processes, technologies, and products. One of those products, introduced commercially in the early 1900s, was a degreasing cleanser created to neutralize oils and hydraulic fluids. The aviation industry found it to be valuable in removing oils that naturally leaked inside the engine base, over the tail section, wings, fuselage, and other vital metal components. The name of this highly effective cleanser was trichloroethylene, or TCE. The product was sprayed onto the oily surface, instantly causing the oil to separate into very small particles. The resulting excess of mixed fluids would run down the aircraft and land on the cement below. Workers would then sprinkle absorbent compound over the liquid, leaving it on the pavement until the end of the shift, when they would broom up the litter and dispose of it in the trash can. This waste, along with other trash, was then placed in the base's landfill. Over time, the TCE leached through the garbage and soil, arriving in and contaminating the groundwater. As the years passed, scientific research discovered the toxicity of TCE, along with a serious potential for numerous health hazards. Upon notification, the Air Force followed government protocol and regulations regarding known toxins and initiated immediate testing of the surrounding soils and water sources. Once the contamination was identified, research and cleanup plans were enacted. The government superfunding provided additional financial means for ensuring the cleanup procedures. Drinking water was immediately deemed safe for consumption, alleviating many fears and concerns for the public's health. Most residents in the surrounding communities affected by the tainted groundwater obtain their clean drinking water from the city, which originates in very deep aquifers hundreds of feet below the shallow groundwater. Testing of the soil proved that TCE was rising up from the groundwater and escaping as a harmless vapor into the atmosphere. Some vapors, unable to reach the air, instead seep through the foundations of homes. These vapors can concentrate in areas where there is a lack of ventilation, usually in basements, posing a potential threat to human health. Thus, vapor testing began in homes to determine those at high risk. Homes with above-range levels have since been provided, at no charge, a vapor removal system. Advancements in filtration science has allowed the Air Force to implement the very best systems for treating and cleansing the contaminated groundwater. Dozens of area wells were employed to extract the tainted water, redirecting it to the sewage system for filtration. Another filtration system installed in the city of Clearfield is called a permeable reactive barrier, or PRB, which utilizes a combination of iron and sand, which reacts with the TCE, causing it to alter into safe compounds. That filtration system is buried 60 feet below a jogging and biking trail. Finally, the Air Force installed another filtration device, known as an aeration curtain, located in the city of Roy. That system forces small air bubbles through the pumped-in groundwater, freeing the TCE from the water molecules, allowing it to release into the atmosphere as a harmless vapor. All filtration and preventative measures have shown to dramatically decrease detectable levels of TCE. In fact, a few of the groundwater extraction wells were recently closed due to the water being deemed safe. However, recent concerns have risen due to the decrease in efficiency for some of the filtration systems, specifically the PRB in Clearfield, which has seen a 40% decrease in efficiency. Tests have revealed that an excess of nitrogen in the groundwater negatively reacts with the iron and is impeding the filtration productivity. The source of nitrogen seems to be coming from a common practice, that of residents over-fertilizing their lawns and gardens. Unfortunately, overuse of fertilizer creates an abundance of nitrogen, which then travels through the soil and into the groundwater. An additional concern is with residents storing over-the-counter cleaners and other toxic products inside their homes and basements. Several over-the-counter products, such as glues and automotive degreasing cleansers, have small amounts of TCE, which can slowly emit unsafe vapors, and during in-home air tests can produce a false positive for TCE. This false positive can result in wasted time and funding to install an unnecessary vapor removal system. As we have seen, the advancement of science can produce amazing products for human use. Those products, if not adequately tested and analyzed, can produce potential harm and health risks for humans. The formulation of TCE into a degreasing cleanser was considered a monumental discovery and assisted the Air Force in properly maintaining its aircraft. Unfortunately, that product was not properly tested, and users were not cautioned or instructed on the proper disposal. Many years later, after groundwater sources were found to be contaminated, Air Force officials took the lead in initiating a full range of tests. A cleanup plan was established, and with the help of the U.S. government, funding was obtained to sustain the program. Many people joined the work of cleanup, and organizations like the Hill Air Force Base Restoration Advisory Board keep the public informed and involved. Residents are still encouraged to participate in the ongoing efforts to clean the groundwater, which is expected to continue until 2070. One of the immediate ways residents can help in reducing or eliminating the use of unnatural fertilizers on their lawns and gardens. Additionally, residents should properly store all sensors and potentially toxic products in well-ventilated areas. The communities affected by this unfortunate contamination should stay informed and do their very best to become a part of the solution and not contribute to the problem. To become involved or to find additional information, please visit hillrab.org.